think the best way to start covering districts is to start with what I would call the 5 basic districts for the humanoids, machine intelligence, and hive mind. There's more general requirements for these, but I'll include those at the end of this video. When you build a city district, it will take 240 days to build it. It'll cost you 450 minerals. The upkeep and energy per month will be 2. It'll give you 8 additional housing and 1 building slot on your planet. It'll give you 2 additional jobs, and it will produce 4 amenities and 8 trade value per month. The Nexus district is what replaces the city district for machine intelligence. It takes 480 days to build. It costs 500 minerals. The upkeep and energy is 2 per month. You get 5 additional housing out of this instead of 8 like you do in a city district. You get 1 building slot unlocked. You get 3 additional jobs and 12 amenities per month. For a hive mind, it's a hive mind district. It takes 480 days and 500 minerals to construct it. The upkeep and energy is 2, the same as the other 2 districts. You get 6 additional housing versus 8 for a city district that the humans have. All these give you 1 additional building slot, and for the hive mind you get 3 additional jobs and 12 more amenities a month for your empire. Here's a spreadsheet I created to capture all this, and I'll be putting more spreadsheets up later in this video. And I will admit this video is more of a technical video than a how-to video, and I seem to gravitate towards that since I'm an engineer in real life, or used to be. So anyway, for those of you who are interested, I'll be putting a link down in the description to all these spreadsheets that I'll be putting in the video. I'm sure there's other things in the game that offset this, but the city districts look like a better deal for the humans because you can build them faster, cheaper than you can the other ones. They also give you more housing. The only advantage I see to the other 2 is they give you additional jobs. Industrial districts are districts that take raw materials like minerals and convert them into more useful things like consumer goods and alloys. For a human empire, it takes 240 days to build one and costs 450 in minerals. The upkeep in energy is 2. You get 2 additional housing, 2 additional jobs, and the upkeep for the jobs is 15 minerals, and in return for that they produce 13 consumer goods and 9 alloys. The machine version of the industrial district takes 480 days to build, and it costs 500 minerals. The upkeep and energy for that district is 2. It gives you 2 additional housing for your planet and provides 2 additional jobs. The jobs upkeep for that is 16 minerals, but in return they provide 12 alloys for your empire. The hive mind version of the industrial district is almost the same as the machine version. It takes 480 days to build it, costs 500 minerals. Upkeep and energy is 2 per month for that district. It gives you 2 additional housing, and it gives you 2 additional jobs. The jobs upkeep for this district is 12 minerals, and in return it gives you 8 alloys, slightly less than the machine version. Here's my summary of the 3 districts. Obviously the human empires can build them faster and cheaper than the other 2. They also get a little bit more bang for their buck, but that's because they have those pesky pops they have to keep happy. Generator districts are regions on your planet that are crammed with generators that produce energy for your empire. For the humanoid empires, it takes 120 days to build one, costs 270 in minerals. The upkeep energy is 1. You get 2 additional housing and 2 additional jobs, and the jobs upkeep in this case is 0, and they produce 42 energy. For machine empires, it takes 240 days to build one, costs 300 in minerals. Upkeep energy is 1. You get 3 additional housing instead of 2, and you get 2 additional jobs. Same as a humanoid empire, the jobs upkeep is 0, and these produce 23 energy per month. Once again, the hive mind version of a generator district is almost identical to the machine version. It takes 240 days to build it, costs 300 minerals, and the upkeep in energy is 1. You get 2 additional housing instead of 3 like the machine version gets, and you get 3 additional jobs instead of 2 like the machine version gets. Once again, it also costs 0 in jobs upkeep, and it produces 23 energy per month for your empire. And as this table shows, it looks like humanoid empires get more bang for their buck out of generator districts. Not only do they build quicker and cheaper, they also produce more energy. Next is mining districts, and these are the mining towns and extraction centers that drill deep down into the crust of your planet to get the mineral deposits you need for your empire. It takes 120 days for a humanoid empire to build one of these, and it costs 270 in minerals. The upkeep in energy is 1. It gives you 2 additional housing and 2 additional jobs. The jobs upkeep for this district is 0, and it produces 25 minerals per month for your empire. A Machine Empire's mining district takes 240 days to build and costs 300 minerals. Its upkeep is 1 energy per month. It gives you 3 additional housing and 2 additional jobs. There is no jobs upkeep with this district, and it gives you 12 minerals per month. The Hive Mind mining district takes 240 days to build, costs 300 minerals. Energy upkeep is 1 per month. It gives you 2 additional housing and 3 additional jobs. There's no jobs upkeep for this district, and it provides 16 minerals a month for your empire. And once more, the humanoid empires seem to fare better when it comes to mining districts. They can build them more quickly, more cheaply, and get more production out of them than the other 2 empire types. Human agricultural districts take 120 days to build, and they cost 270 in minerals. The upkeep and energy for them is 1 a month. They provide 2 additional housing and 2 additional jobs. No jobs upkeep, and they produce 37 food a month. Agricultural districts for machine empires take 240 days to build, cost 300 minerals, take 1 energy and upkeep per month, provide 3 additional housing and 2 additional jobs. There's no jobs upkeep once again, and they produce 15 food a month. Agricultural districts for a hive mind take 240 days to build, and they cost 300 in minerals. Their upkeep energy per month is 1. The additional housing they provide is 2, and they give 3 additional jobs. No jobs upkeep, and they produce 25 food a month. Here's a summary table for the agricultural districts. As usual, it looks like humanoids fare better in cost and output. The one that puts out the least amount of food is the Machine Empire version, but that's not surprising. And now I can move on to what I consider to be some more exotic districts. In all my games of Stellaris, I haven't really messed with ring worlds too much, so most of this is totally new to me. Just at a quick glance, I see they have city districts or mining districts and agriculture districts, at least the equivalent of that. But I see generator districts and mining districts missing, and they've got commercial districts and research districts. I think they call them segments and ring worlds instead. So I'll be interested in learning more about this as I go along. And it looks like there's differences between the machine, humanoid, and hive mind empires, so I'll be covering that as well. Fun stuff. First I'm going to cover is ring world city segments for humanoids. And these are the segments that provide office space and housing space for your people. The time to build one is 180 days. It costs 900 minerals. The upkeep for these is 5 energy per month. They give you 40 additional housing and 8 additional jobs. What their effects are is a reduction in crime of 50, +2 in stability. They give you 14 amenities per month, increase your trade value by 24, and give you 4 soldier jobs. Ringward Nexus segment for the Machine Empires is what gives your drones a place to be serviced and repaired. They take 360 days to build. They cost 1,000 in material costs, take 5 energy per month in upkeep, provide an additional housing of 25, give you 10 additional jobs, and they produce 18 energy and 40 amenities per month. Our Ringworld Hive Mind segment is a place for your drones to eat and rejuvenate. It takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 minerals. Energy upkeep is 5 per month. They provide 30 additional housing, provide 17 additional jobs, and they produce 10 unity and 60 amenity. Tooltip on this segment shows the jobs upkeep, but that's missing on the other 2. So I'm pretty sure there's a tooltip error in one of those, and since I don't know which one it is, I'm going to leave the jobs upkeep off on this chart. And here's a chart for the ring world, the city segments of the various empires. I've left the jobs upkeep number off since it's missing on the tooltips for the machine empire and human empires. I assume that's a mistake between the 3, but I'm not going to put it on there and maybe have bad date on the table. The humanoid ring world research segment is crammed full of research facilities that help society discover stuff. They take 180 days to build. They cost 900 minerals and also cost 45 exotic gases. The upkeep is 5 energy per month and 2 exotic gases per month. Additional housing is 10. Additional jobs is 10. Jobs upkeep is 20 consumer goods, and they produce 98 society, physics, and engineering research. The Ringworld research segment for the machine empires takes 360 days to build. It costs 1,000 minerals, takes 50 exotic gases. The upkeep in energy is 5, and the upkeep in exotic gases is 2. It gives you 10 additional housing, 10 additional jobs, and it costs 40 energy per month to keep it up. But it produces is 53 society, physics, and engineering research. The Ringworld research segment for a hive mind takes 360 days to build. It costs 1,000 in mineral and 50 in exotic gases. It takes 5 energy and 2 exotic gases per month to keep it up. It gives you 10 additional housing and 10 additional jobs, and the jobs upkeep is 60 minerals. In return, it produces 46 society, physics, and engineering research. Here's the table for Ringworld research segments. As you can see, you've got exotic gases to worry about in this case. Not only does it take some to build some, you also need a steady supply of exotic gases to keep them running. Ringworld agricultural segments are huge breadbaskets of food for your empire. For the humanoid empires, it takes 180 days to build, costs 900 in minerals, and costs 45 in volatile motes. And I may not be saying that right due to my cross between a Midwestern and upstate New York accent. They cost 5 energy per month in upkeep, and they cost 2 volatile motes in upkeep per month. They give you 10 additional housing, 10 additional jobs, and they provide 165 food per month. Machine Ringworld agricultural segment takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 in minerals and 50 in volatile motes. It takes 5 energy and 2 volatile motes per month for upkeep. It provides 10 additional housing and 10 additional jobs, and it produces 57 food. And I just wonder what robots eat anyway. Do they drink oil and eat nuts and bolts? I don't know. The Hive Mind Ringworld agricultural segment takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 in minerals, costs 50 in volatile motes, and it takes 5 energy and 2 volatile motes per month in upkeep. It gives you 15 additional housing and 15 additional jobs and provides 111 food per month. Here's the table for Ringworld agricultural segments between the humanoids, machines, and hive minds. As you can see, it adds another exotic resource, volatile motes. You'll need a supply of those to build a Ringworld segment like this, plus you'll need a steady income of those to keep the Ringworld segment functioning efficiently and fully. Next up is Ringworld industrial segments, and these help provide an industrial foundation for your empire through the use of factories and machinery. It takes a humanoid empire 180 days to build it. It costs 900 materials, and it costs 45 in volatile motes. The upkeep in energy is 5, and the upkeep in volatile motes is 2. It gives you 10 additional housing, 10 additional jobs. The job upkeep is 60 minerals per month, and in return for that, it produces 54 consumer goods and 36 alloys. Our Ringworld industrial segment for Machine Empire takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 minerals, 50 volatile motes, takes 5 energy in upkeep a month and 2 volatile motes in upkeep per month. It gives you 10 additional housing, 10 additional jobs. The job's upkeep is 80 minerals, and it produces 45 alloys a month. For the hive mind, it takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 in minerals and 50 in volatile motes. It takes 5 energy in upkeep per month and 2 volatile motes in upkeep per month. It provides 10 additional housing and 10 additional jobs. The job's upkeep is 60 minerals per month, and in return it produces 34 alloys per month. Here's the table for Ringworld industrial segments, and as you can see, it also takes volatile motes to both build them and upkeep them, so you're going to need a steady influx of that strategic resource to keep them running fully and efficiently. This last Ringworld segment's a little different. For the humanoids, it's commercial. For machines and hive minds, it's a generator segment. For a humanoid empire, it takes 180 days to build it, costs 900 minerals, and it costs 45 in rare crystals. The upkeep in energy per month is 5, and the upkeep in rare crystals per month is 2. It gives you 10 additional housing and 8 additional jobs. Jobs upkeep is 4 consumer goods per month, and it produces 20 amenities and 48 in trade value. For the machines, it's a generator segment. It takes 360 days to build, costs 1,000 in minerals and 50 in rare crystals. Upkeep in energy is 5, and the upkeep in rare crystals is 2 per month. It gives them 10 additional housing and 10 additional jobs. There's no jobs upkeep with this one, and it produces 90 energy. For hive minds, it's also a generator segment. It takes them 360 days to build one, costs them 1,000 minerals and 15 rare crystals. Upkeep and energy is 5 per month and 2 rare crystals per month. It provides 15 additional housing, 15 additional jobs. There's no jobs upkeep, and they get 102 energy per month as an output. Here's the table for commercial generator segments. As you can see, rare crystals have been added, so I'll take a steady supply of those to keep this segment running efficiently. Just as a quick recap, habitats can be built above planets, and they have a 70% base habitability. They've got districts that are different from normal planets, and that's what I'm going to cover. You get 4 district types, with a 5th one being available if you build over a planet with a strategic resource. And if you're a machine or a hive mind empire, you only get 3 districts to start out with in a habitat, and a 4th one if the habitat's built over a planet with a special resource. They can't be built over a planet with an anomaly, and they don't need a construction site, although it does take a construction ship to build one. For a humanoid habitat, it takes 115 days to build, costs 450 minerals, takes 2 energy and upkeep costs, and it provides 8 additional housing. The machine habitation district takes 138 days to build, costs 500 minerals, takes 2 energy and upkeep per month, and it gives you 8 additional housing, 2 additional jobs, and it produces 8 amenities. A habitation district for the hive mind takes 138 days to build, costs 500 minerals, costs 2 energy and upkeep, provides 8 additional housing, provides 2 additional jobs, and makes 8 amenities in return. So here's the table for the habitation districts, and they seem to be fairly evenly distributed between the 3 empire types. As always, the humanoids get a slight advantage. Next are the industrial districts for the habitat. The humanoid empires, it takes 115 days for them to build it, costs 450 in minerals, takes 2 energy and upkeep, provides 3 additional housing, gives you 2 additional jobs. The job's upkeep is 12 minerals, and in return produces 12 consumer goods and 8 alloys. For the machines, it takes 138 days to build one, costs 500 minerals, upkeep and energy is 2, gives you 3 additional housing, they get 2 additional jobs. The job's upkeep is 16 minerals, and in return they produce 12 alloys per month. The hive mind empires also take 138 days to build one, costs them 500 minerals, upkeep costs are the same, also 2 energy per month, gives you 3 additional housing and 2 additional jobs. The only difference is that it only takes 12 minerals for jobs upkeep, but they only produce 8 alloys in return. Once again, here's my handy dandy table for habitat industrial districts. Compares the humanoids and machines and hive minds together. This is where the similarities end between empires when it comes to habitats, so I'm going to group them together by empire type instead. And for the humanoids, that's the trade, leisure, and research districts. The trade district for the humanoids takes 115 days to build, costs 450 in minerals. The upkeep in energy is 2 per month. They give 3 additional housing, 4 additional jobs. There is no jobs upkeep with this one, and they produce 8 amenities and 20 trade value. The humanoid leisure district is unique to the humanoids, near as I can tell. It takes 115 days for it to be built, costs 450 in minerals, upkeep energy is 2 a month. It gives 3 additional housing and 3 additional jobs. Jobs upkeep is 3 consumer goods per month, and in return it produces 7 unity and 30 amenities per month. The research district is an example of a specialty district you can get with the habitats. To get one of these, you build it over a planet with a resource like research. They take 128 days to build, cost 450 in minerals, upkeep energy is 2 a month. They provide 3 additional housing, and they provide 3 additional jobs. The jobs upkeep is 6 consumer goods per month, and in return they produce 30 physics, engineering, and society research. So just kind of a mini recap. Humanoids get 4 standard districts for habitats, plus a bonus one if they build it over a planet with a resource, whereas machine empires and hive mind empires only get 3 standard districts, and they also get a bonus of 1 if they build it over a planet with a strategic resource. Reactor district for the machines takes 138 days to build, costs 500 minerals, upkeep and energy is 2, additional housing provided is 3, it gives 3 additional jobs, and it will produce 44 energy per month. The reactor for the hive minds is almost identical. It takes 138 days to build, costs 500 minerals, upkeep and energy is 2, gives you 3 additional housing, but it provides 4 additional jobs instead of 3, and it only produces 42 energy instead of 44. The auto mining district is a specialty district that you get if you build over a planet with a mineral deposit. And I know this is for the hive mind for sure. Not sure about the machines. I just didn't get a chance to check that out. It takes 120 days to build, costs 500 minerals. The upkeep in energy is 2, provides 3 additional housing and 4 additional jobs, and it produces 30 minerals a month. And for those of you who are still with me, here's my table on the reactor and auto mining districts for the habitats. Just a few general notes about districts. And that's on planets, they're limited by planetary size. So if you've got a planetary size of 18, then you're most likely limited to 18 districts, which can be affected by modifiers and things like that. There's more to it than just that, but that's another video for another time. There's more districts I could cover, like arcologies or specialty districts, but this video went way longer than I planned on. So if it's been helpful, let me know in the comments. If there's something different you want to know about districts, let me know. Or if you want me to cover those specialty districts, let me know that too. And as usual, if you like this video, like it. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. And I guess that's about it. So I will talk to you later.